Hello and welcome back to another video, and today it is my National League South and National League North predictions. So make sure you leave a like on the video. Let's try and smash 40 likes for my National League South and National League North predictions. Subscribe if you're new. I'm doing non-league videos and stuff throughout the summer and through the season, so make sure you do subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Before we start, remember, if I put your team lower than you do expect, don't go too crazy. I don't know too much about the National League North and not as much as I used to know about the National League South. So I may put some teams, I don't know if there's any like financial issues or stuff like that. So I may make quite a few mistakes. So yeah, feel free to disagree with me in the comments and let me know your predictions down in the comments down below. So first off, I'm going to be predicting the National League South. So bottom of the league, I'm going to have Concord. They've been in and around there, sort of in those relegation fights for a few years now, and I think this will be the season that they do fall away. 21st, we've got Eastbourne, played against Epsom in pre-season friendly. They were pretty poor against us, and their squad looked pretty, I know it's pre-season friendly, and they've been around there for a few seasons now, and I think this will be the season they do unfortunately go down. 20th, Slough Town, new to the league. I think they'll just miss out this, they just go down this season. They'll give it a good fight, but they'll just go down. Hungerford, another team that's been down there, and I think they'll just stay up this season. Same with Oxford City, another team that been in and around there, have made a few signings, but I think they'll be down there again. Same with East Thurrock as well, well-run club, doing well to be in the National League South. So I think they will do alright this season. They'll stay up. Gloucester City, I think they will have an okay season and get a mid-table finish. Chippenham Town as well, not as high as last season, I believe, a little bit lower down. This National League South is probably one of the strongest it's ever been, especially much stronger than when Epsom were in it. And I think that this season will be a bit of a bad season for Chippenham and be down there. And then 14th, we've got Hampton and Richmond, who went to the playoff final last year and unfortunately lost to Braintree on penalties. But I think they're going to drop down a few places this year. They've lost their manager and they've lost a few players who have signed for Woking actually, but we'll get onto them later. So I think it'll be a bad season for Hampton and Richmond. Then 13th, we've got Weston-super-Mare. I've always liked Weston-super-Mare. They play some nice, attractive football. And when they came down to Ipswich, they actually passed the ball around, which was very rare when teams came to Stonebridge Road. 12th, Truro. I think they're going to miss out on the playoffs this year. They've obviously got this problem with Torquay and doing the ground share, which I don't think will help them. And I think that may be a bit of a problem for them, which will mean they will miss out on the playoffs. 11th, we've got Willstone. Decent team, but I just don't think they've got enough to get in the playoffs. 10th, Bath City. People are saying them as title favourites, but I think they won't get it this season. And they'll just miss out. 9th, we've got Billericay. They're one of the biggest teams and one of the most well-known teams in non-league football. Not for the right reasons, but they've got a lot of the money. They've invested it. I think they will get up there, but I think the people like Glenn Tamplin's in the backroom staff, I don't think that's a good influence to have, and I think he may drag Billericay down a little bit. 8th, we've got Welling. I think they'll just miss out on the playoffs. Made some good signings. Got Danny Mills on loan. I think he could score a load of goals for them, but I think they'll just miss out on the playoffs. 7th, I think Dulwich Hamlet. I think they've got a great vibe around the club. They've got a real positive buzz, and I think it'll be a good season. They'll get in the playoffs. They've obviously got a great fan base, one of the best, really good fan base. And yeah, I think Dulwich Hamlet will do well this season and get in the playoffs. 6th, St Albans, a really nice team and a nice stadium as well, a nice little park. And I think they'll do alright this season. Made a few decent signings, and I think they'll do alright and get in the playoffs again. Or they missed out last season, I think they'll get in this season. 5th, we've got Hemel Hempstead. They finished there last season. Don't know too much about Hemel Hempstead, but I want to say they finished in the playoffs. And then the top 4, this is where it starts to get interesting. 4th, we've got Chelmsford. Chelmsford last season they didn't do too great after they lost Epsom in the playoff final. But they have made a few good signings. But I think they should take on a new manager. I think Rod Stringer, I don't think he's the man to get Chelmsford back into the National League. but I think they will finish 4th. 3rd, we've got Dartford. They'll be hoping to win the league, not go through the playoffs again, but I think it will be another playoff position for Dartford. Unfortunately for them, they missed out on the final day to Havant Waterlooville with a late-minute goal, so they stay in the National League South this season. And the top 2, 2nd, we've got Torquay. Torquay coming down from the National League, of course, last season, and I think they made some good signings, but I just don't think it'll be enough to win the National League South. I think Woking have made it. I think Woking are in a better position, in my opinion. I think they've got an experienced manager at this level who's brought in his players, and he knows the players, and he's just probably going to do what he did at Hampton and Richmond, but a higher scale, we could say. So I think Woking will win the National League South, and I think Torquay will go up in the playoffs. So that is my National League South prediction. On to my National League North prediction. I don't know too much about the National League North, so yeah, let's get into it. Last position, I've got Leamington. They were down there last season, and I think they'll struggle this year. 12th, got 21st, we've got Altrincham, who are a new team to the league, and I think they will struggle. Same with Ashton United. I think new to the league, and I think they'll just miss out on staying up. 19th, Nuneaton Town. We're down there again last season. I think their signings have been all right, but I think they'll struggle again. 18th, Curzon Ashton, small club. I like them due to Raz's Curzon Ashton vlogs. So hopefully Curzon Ashton stay up. They're quite a small team. They don't have one of the biggest attendances, but they seem to play all right, and I think they will stay up. 17th, we've got AFC Telford. I don't think it's going to be a great season for Telford. I think they'll struggle, and I think they might be lower down at the table. 16th, Boston United were up there last season, but I think this could be a struggle for them. 15th, Spennymoor, mid-table finish for Spennymoor. They were up a little bit higher last year, but this National League North looks so strong as well with the National League South. So I think Spennymoor will unfortunately finish 15th. And then with 14th, we've got Alfreton. Alfreton, we've got a new manager in, and he's brought in some of his old players from Halifax, like the massive Tom Denton. But I think mid-table for Alfreton, push them up in the league a little bit, but nothing too spectacular. 13th, Blythe Spartans. Another decent season for Blythe, and I think they'll finish in mid-table finish. 12th, FC United of Manchester, obviously well-supported club, but I think they'll won't have a great season in this league. It's so tough, and I think they're going to be one of the teams to have a disappointing year. 11th, Southport, another one, due to the league being so strong. I think they'll just miss out on those playoff positions. And then 10th, Bradford Park Avenue, in the playoffs last year, but I think they've just missed out. I don't think they've made enough signings and been able to get themselves up there. 9th, Chorley, another team that in that playoffs, but I think they'll just miss out. I don't think they've got the. I think they'll just miss out this year. 8th, another team, Darlington, big fan base, took 300 fans to Netherlands, I believe, which is absolutely fantastic for non-league football. But again, I think they'll just miss out, unfortunately, for any Darlington fans. 7th, Kidderminster non-league YT's team. Got a new manager, I believe, and I think they'll get into the playoffs, but I think it will be hard for them to win them if they do go in them. 6th, Brackley, lost in the playoff final to Harrogate, but did win the FA Trophy, which is obviously fantastic for them. And I think that maybe this year could be their year if they get in those playoffs. Everyone will underestimate them, considering the size of clubs what I put in those playoff positions, that they could maybe do it. And then 5th, we've got Guiseley, relegated from the National League last season, but I think they can do alright this year and get in the playoffs. 4th, Hereford, obviously loads of promotions in a row, and I think Hereford will have a great year and maybe win the league, but I think they'll get in the playoffs and maybe win it. 3rd, York City, another huge club, and I think this year, not too sure if it will be their year or not. Maybe win those playoffs, but again, it's an absolute gamble. And any one of those teams in the playoffs could win the league. I'm just saying, it's so hard to predict this. 2nd, Stockport, another huge team in the National League North, but I think just miss out on win the league. To Chester, who I think I've brought in 2 great managers and have made some good signings as well. So I think Chester will win the National League North, Let me know all your predictions for the National League North and National League South down in the comments below. If you disagree with me with anything, feel free to. I don't know too much about these leagues. I may have made some major mistakes. Let me know down in those comments below. Subscribe if you are new. Let's try and smash 40 likes on the video, and I'll see you all later. See you later.